How can you give your church music a sense of heroism, a heroic sounding kind of thing when appropriate? That's what we're looking at today in Dr. Doug's Daily Tips for How to Write Great LDS Church Music. We are back in the hymnal this week, and today we're looking at hymn 111, Rock of Ages. If ever there was a topic about a hero, it's the topic of our rock, the Savior Jesus Christ, which this hymn depicts. Okay, so let's look at two different techniques used in this hymn. So usually I pick one composer gem, but they're kind of married. These two, they work together. So we're gonna give you two little gems today. Okay, so Rock of Ages, cleft for me, let me hide myself in thee. Very beautiful, strong text. Okay, so how does the composer get this sense of heroism here? Well, the first way is the rhythm. We have this strong dotted rhythm. Tum, ta-ta, ta, sum, ta-ta. Now, there's not tons of it. There's just enough of it. And that's important, because if there's too much, it becomes more of a quick, like a missionary zeal, kind of like, let us all press on, dun, 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 dun. That's a lot of the dotted 8/16, and it gives it a different feel. If you use it a little more sparingly, like is done here in Rock of Ages, it makes it feel a little more majestic, a little more paused and sort of heroic. So, Rock of Ages, cleft for me, and then the rest of the line is even. And then we get couple in the next line, and so on. So that's the first thing that gives us this sense of strength, a sense of heroism, is the judicious use of occasional dotted 8/16 without tipping over into forward march missionary zeal kind of stuff. The second thing has to do with, of course, the foundation, because this is the rock, which is our foundation upon which we build, so that when the winds and the devil come at us with, buffetings, we can be firm on the foundation of Christ. So, in like manner, in this hymn, the foundation voice, the bass voice, provides a couple really strong moments, one in particular and a second one that kind of follows up on it. So this first one is right here in the bass. We're in the key of B flat. Now watch the bass part there. Let me hide. This upward triad. So it's just a B flat major triad. B flat, D, F, B flat. And getting to the higher B flat with the tenors in unison is a very heroic move for the basses. The basses are a heavier voice, the heaviest voice of the SATB sound. And if you were just writing for a plain old choir, when the basses get high into that register, they are easily very, very loud and very strong. And when they get to that high, loud spot in this heroic jumping through the arpeggio, it gives that feeling of strength on this rock. Okay, so we get some strength with the dotted 8/16, and then let me hide. And you can't help but crescendo through that when you're a bass. There's a very powerful, heroic kind of a move. Okay, now most of the rest of the hymn, the bass is pretty normal, but at the same spot. So the first line and the third line are kind of mirrors of each other, except the third line is slightly different. This is the spot where we would have had that same arpeggio, but instead we get another leap. That's a pretty big leap. This time a leap of a sixth. So last line in the bass is, be of sin the double cure. And then this big leap of a sixth, save from wrath and make me pure. So that leap up of a sixth, again, has this inexorable crescendo built into it. The basses cannot help when they go from that low B flat register to the upper register of their voice, which the G is starting to get up into that space. They can't help but crescendo. So it gives this kind of woof up to the top and gets back to the feel of heroism. and on the word save too, which is kind of fun. It's like right on the, oh, I didn't mean to cross it out, right on the word that we're trying to get salvation. So save from wrath and make me pure. It doesn't sound very heroic when I sing it, because I'm a tenor. If you want me to sound heroic, I got to go up an octave, and that'll sound heroic. Maybe scarily heroic, because I'm not the best tenor. But anyway, the point here is this double little technique of judicious occasional use of the dotted 8/16 to give some sort of kingly majesty. A very Baroque technique. There's a lot of dotted 8/16 that come from music written in the Baroque period for kings and queens, and they use this same kind of judicious use of dotted 8/16, and then the use of this kind of soaring upward bass line to give the strong foundational feel. In other hymns, we sometimes depict firm foundations by having the same low bass notes throughout. And that can work too. This is just another way of creating that firmness. I really like this way because it allows the basses to move, and when we build upon the rock in our lives, it allows us to move in strength throughout our life. So this sort of depicts that idea of continuing in strength as it leaps up the arpeggio. All right, that is your composer gem for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Come back tomorrow, and we'll look at hymn 112. If you'd like some more free tips like this, head over to the latterdaymusiversity.com, where you can get my free 24-page report, The 10 Commandments of How to Write Testimony-Building, Warm, Fuzzy Church Music. Alrighty, I'll see you next time.